So we're back here in the viewport, and we have this screen. I'll go back to the add menu, and instead of adding a generic projector, I'll just add one from the library. So I'll just bake something random here. By the way, this library consists of more than 1,000 projectors, each with its own compatible lenses. So if you scroll here, maybe load more, you can see that this has 6 lenses, this has 4, this has 7, this has 1. So it all depends on which projector you're using, and I'll just pick something random here. Let's go with this one. So it's a Panasonic, and we have all of these lenses. Let's go with something of a short through, like this one, and then I'll just add it to the scene. So if you remember earlier, I told you about the ceiling and floor projector mounting. So if I click on ceiling, now it will make a little bit more difference. And actually, let's switch the lens back. So I can go down here and switch to a different lens. So if I switch to this one, and let me change this vertical here. So you can see here that, in some cases, let me just pick something different here. I'll just delete this projector and add something that actually, so if I go to the 211, maybe 6, it's an Epson projector, which I use pretty a lot actually. And I'll go with one of the options here, UST options. So I click on this one and then add the scene. So if I click on ceiling, this is still wrong. I just need to shift this a little bit. Now you see why you should be switching between ceiling and floor. This would not make any difference if you are importing a generic projector, because you'll be the one setting the limiters here, or setting the parameters, different parameters. But here we have limiters which are a little bit different from what you can use inside your generic projector. So a useful neat feature here is that if you import something, so let me switch the lens here. So go something a little bit short, 0.6, and if I change this vertical lens shift here, you see it's limited to 60%. This is going to be similar if I move here. Well, not similar, it's going to be a little bit different. So you can see here that it's starting from 45 and then goes all the way to 70. And similarly with the horizontal shift, you only see your limits here, which is very, very cool. And of course, again, as I said earlier, you can just switch your lenses and you'll get everything typical here with your projector. You'll see the brightness, you see the lux, you can enable the blend, you can change the brightness, you can do pretty much everything. If I go back actually to the add menu, and if you click on a generic projector, and let's say you want to save it just with the default settings here, you can name it to something of your own. So if you wish to create your own library of projectors, of course this library will be updated from time to time, so that we keep up with what's end of life, what's new, maybe add more manufacturers, because as of now we only have these manufacturers. So Barco, Christie, Digital Protection, Epson, Hisense, Optoma, and Panasonic. But we wish to add more, later. So if you click on your projector, your generic projector here, you'll see that you can, store it as a preset. So I'll call this Eazymapper. Okay, and you can save it. So the projectors you save are stored in here. You have your own library of projectors. The only difference though, so if I delete this one, the only difference is going to be is that you do not have the limiters. So if you import this one into your scene, you'll see it can still go 100% around. The throw ratio would be like from 1 to 5. I prefer using something from the library. If we don't have what you want to use in the library, just give us a message and we will make sure to add it with its own limiters, of course.